A stunning admission at the Madlanga Commission is raising serious questions after Lieutenant-Colonel Sibiya revealed he had no experience in drug seizures or container inspections, yet was chosen to assist in a major drug bust. He also admitted he could not challenge senior officers because he didn't know how such operations should be conducted. Stay tuned as we dive into the main story.
Drugs, and there are drug members there, then they'll take the lead, but the other member will provide backup and assistance. They'll be getting directives from those that are responsible, that section that is responsible.
Colonel Sibiya, I'm not faulting you for this, just so that you are clear. But the impression I get, based on what your two senior colleagues had done, is that they deliberately chose somebody who is clueless about these types of matters, so that you wouldn't question them, even when they are doing something improper. What is your comment, if you have any?
I wouldn't know. I trusted that they are there as experienced people. They will know what to do. I avail myself. If the people saying there's a drug bust, then everybody will need to get these drugs off the street. I was there.
But is it fair to say, if they were doing something wrong, you wouldn't be able to question them because you also didn't know how a drug bust gets handled?
Yes.
That is fair.
It's fair.
Thank you.
Can I just check something that you said in your answer to Commissioner Khumalo? You say you did not take any notes because you were there to assist. Do you not carry a diary, a pocketbook? My understanding of evidence so far is that every police officer has a pocketbook or at somewhere where they record what they do, where they are, where they went, and what they did. So when you say you didn't take notes, is it because you don't carry a book?
I do carry a pocketbook, but the notes that I was referring to are the ones that are normally taken by the investigating officer, where he gets when he's at the crime scene. He sees who's there, he take the contact numbers and identify people that will submit statements. Those are the kind of notes that I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
But so you have a pocketbook.
Yes, I do.
Your pocketbook would record what? What goes into your pocketbook for the 22nd of June?
The activities that you've done.
Okay. So your pocketbook will say you attended at you picked up Colonel Jacob.
Yes.
And you were with Duma and you went to the depot.
Yes.
And this is what happened.
Yes.
At the depot.
Then we moved to Poshevstein to store exhibits. Then I report off duty.
Okay. And that is contained in your pocketbook as you sit there and speak.
Yes.
And we can get a copy of those pages for the day.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. I think Commissioner Khumalo took the point I was trying to raise. And I want, but I just want to emphasize one thing maybe, or question, in light of our earlier discussion, or in light of the discussion you also had with Chair. What seems to be the case, or what seems, or the picture that comes out, is that you didn't know, or the prescripts at the time, how things are functioning, so you wouldn't know a lot of things that would have to be complied with at the drug bust, seizures. You wouldn't know anything about sampling equally.
Yes.
And you wouldn't know anything about valuing distractions and the types of, or the grades of the exhibits. So that wouldn't be, and with that in mind and with hindsight, and literally it's following what Commissioner Khumalo was pointing out, with hindsight, do you not think that you were being put into a situation deliberately so that you are unable to question, as he says. Colonel Jacobs, that is not only on the 22nd, but that's also the 23rd, the 24th, and they also let you handle the samples, and then on the 1st. Just with hindsight.
It might be, but I wouldn't know what was they thinking. What was their thinking when they requested assistance from me? Initially, Wadlu Sampanga acted as if because I was in possession of the state car, so he requires my assistance. So I wouldn't know.
Now I'm saying, would you, analyzing what is the picture that wouldn't you find that probable that that's what happened? They put you in a situation you couldn't think. Then can we go to the events of the 22nd themselves? Do you sit in the same building or office with Warrant Officer Mpangas?
Yes.
Okay. And then he then requests you to assist. What does he say is the nature of the assistance?
He said he had received information about a drug bus and he has spoken to Kenneth Jacob. Kenneth Jacob said he must come and request assistance from me.
Perhaps what I want to understand, is it a matter of manpower or what is it? Because we have to distinguish between an official assistance and just, I think at some point, Commissioner Badwe, you would have said as a citizen, just general citizen, civil assistance.
He requested assistance for...
No, it was at some point, not today.
They've said what?
It's a civilian's duties, yes. If you didn't, then I apologize, but I seem to recall
I'm happy
in
to
another
take
incident.
credit for what you attribute to me.
Thank you.
Please repeat your question.
No, I'm saying your assistant would have been as an officer, so they wouldn't take any citizens.
Yes. And when we were exiting the office, most of the officers had already left the office, so the doors were closed. So in the passages, most of the doors were closed.
And this was around what time?
Just before 8.
Just before 8.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you travel in one car to where?
Even in the parking lot, the only car that was there, it was that car that we were traveling in, the Golf that I was using.
Yes, but I'm saying you then went to where from there?
We then went to Phoenix to pick up Kenneth Jacob at his place of residence.
And at this time, you know that Colonel Jacob is off duty.
Yes, I knew that he was on leave, and Bangase told me that he's going to report on duty as we come to pick him. Yes, Bangase told me that no, Kenneth Jacob will report on duty. That's why we are going to pick him up.
Okay. And then you picked up Colonel Jacob and you then went to the CHC depot.
No, we went to Isipingo where we met Captain Duma.
Okay. And in that way, does Colonel Jacob brief you or set out what you each would have to do?
No, he only told us that we are going to meet Duma. He's got a very good information that we need to act upon, but we'll hear from Duma when he briefs us.
Okay, then you went to Duma, you met him, and then what was the briefing? Were you present in the briefing itself? And what did he say?
I first sat in the car, and then Kenneth Jacob called me and said I must come out. He then introduced me to Captain Duma.
Okay, let me just get clarity there. You
I was driving.
You were driving.
Driving.
So was there a discussion between Captain Duma and Colonel Jacobs in your absence?
No,
Okay.
no. But Kenneth Jacob jumped out of the car before because I needed to go around the park. Then after parking, and then Kenneth Jacob called me. Then I went to them. Then he introduced me to Duma. He said, "This is Captain Duma from Crime Intelligence. He's the one with information." Then Captain Duma started briefing us.
I think what you're saying is slightly different from what you said first. You said, I first sat in the car, and then Colonel Jacob then called me to come out.
Maybe it's a use of English, Chair.
Sorry, what about it? Before you say, let me tell you my problem with what just happened now. You're describing your use of the English. You've described two different things, completely different things. The one is you got there, you sat in the car, Jacobs got out of the car, went to Duma and then called you. That's one, what you said first. The second time you say, he got out, I went and looked for parking, and then he called me to come. That's different facts that are playing out here. The one, you were not with him when he went to speak to Duma and then he called you. The other is you went to look for parking while he waited for you and then he waved for you to come. Can you just explain why they're different?
We came around the parking, I stopped, he said stop, I jumped out of the car, I came in the other side of the parking, I parked, then he called me.
When he got out of the car, on this now new explanation, when you stopped, he got out of the car, what did he do?
He went towards the Duma's car.
He went to Duma.
He went towards Duma's car.
Yes, thank you. I think that's what you had said initially. Thank you.
All right.
To follow up my point earlier, what I want to establish is whether there was even if it's a small discussion, a short discussion rather, between Duma and Jacob, or there wasn't.
No, I don't think there was a discussion.
Okay.
The question was answered?
No. I was saying, is he confident enough to say between Captain Duma, then Captain Duma and Colonel Jacobs, could he say there was any discussion, no matter how brief, in his absence? Or that was the question.
And the answer is no, there wasn't.
There was no discussion.
But you can't know that. You went and parked. You went to Duma and you went and parked. So you don't know what happened in that time.
Okay.
Isn't that the correct answer?
It is a correct answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's 11, Chair. May we break for
Let's adjourn and resume at 25 past 11.
Fresh testimony at the Madlanga Commission has raised new questions about how a major drug bust operation was conducted in June 2021. Lieutenant-Colonel Sibiya acknowledged that he was selected to assist in the operation despite having no experience in drug seizures or container inspections. During his testimony, he explained that he was not in a position to challenge the actions of senior officers because he did not know how such an operation was supposed to be handled. One of the most significant aspects of his evidence was his admission that he took no detailed notes at the scene. Sibiya stated that his pocketbook was intended to record only basic activities and not the kind of detailed observations that would typically be expected from an investigating officer. This testimony is attracting attention because operational records and observations often play an important role in establishing what happened during a law enforcement operation. The absence of detailed notes can make it more difficult to reconstruct events and understand key decisions that were made at the time. What makes this testimony particularly noteworthy is Sibiya's acknowledgement that his lack of experience limited his ability to question senior colleagues. This raises broader questions about decision-making, oversight, and the selection of personnel for sensitive operations. As the Madlanga Commission continues its work, attention is likely to remain focused on the circumstances surrounding the drug bust, the roles played by various officers, and whether established procedures were followed throughout the operation.